BDSM. What comes to mind when you hear this acronym? For many, it can both simultaneously titillate and create some apprehension, which makes sense because there are so many misconceptions about BDSM. Today, we're going to dive into BDSM 101 for beginners. So if you're interested, aren't sure how to get started, this is for you. We're going to break down what BDSM actually is, how to start exploring it safely, but spoiler alert, you might already be engaging in some aspects of BDSM without even realizing it. But we're going to get into that. Before we do though, hey there, I'm Lauren Consul. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and certified sex therapist who is here to help you have more satisfying and secure sex and relationships. Let's start with the basics of what BDSM is. BDSM is short for bondage and discipline, dominance and submission, sadism, and masochism. Now, those terms might sound intense, but BDSM covers a huge range of experiences and is an umbrella term. And this can range from playful and mild to more intense dynamics. So let's break it down a little bit more. Now, bondage is about using physical restraints like ropes, cuffs, or silk ties to enhance control, vulnerability, and submission. Some beginner-friendly examples might be handcuffs or wrist ties, blindfolding, leg restraints, or light gag play. Discipline involves setting rules, rewards, and punishments. Some beginner-friendly examples might be asking for permission before orgasming, or giving stimulation but stopping before climax as punishment, blindfolding or spanking as a form of discipline, or rewarding a partner with pleasure after following a rule. Dominance and submission dynamics involve consensual power exchange, where one partner takes the lead, the dominant, and the other surrenders control, the submissive. And while one person is in control during play, both partners still hold power because prior to play, there's informed consent and setting of boundaries, which is really the foundation of everything. So in the play, there is a power dynamic, but both partners or multiple partners have agreed to this dynamic. So there's still consent, and consent is so key in BDSM. So some beginner-friendly examples might be giving clear, confident instructions like turn around and don't move until I say, or the submissive asking permission to orgasm, or the dominant deciding what their partner wears to bed, if they wear anything at all, or the submissive keeping their hands behind their back until given permission to touch. Sadomasochism is about the enjoyment of giving or receiving controlled pain as a form of pleasure. It's that line between pain and pleasure. And it's not about hurting somebody necessarily just for hurting. It's about controlled pain or sensation heightening that really can increase arousal and experiencing of sensations because you're heightened, so you're experiencing things in a more intense or different way. So some beginner-friendly examples might be spanking or biting, nipple play, scratching like nails down your back, or temperature play like with ice, wax, or warm rocks. Now you know a little bit more of what BDSM stands for and what it can mean. But the foundation of BDSM is safety, enthusiastic consent from all participants, and communication. So here are some tips on how to start exploring BDSM responsibly and safely if this is something you're really new to. The first thing, and you're not going to be surprised by this, is communication, right? Communicate. Talk with your partner or partners beforehand about what you're excited about, what makes you nervous, why those things make you feel that way. Ask questions and reflect what you're hearing from each other so you can really get a good sense of what you're wanting to explore in this and addressing any areas of concern so you can really set yourselves up for success. The second thing is prioritizing consent by setting boundaries. Define your hard limits, things that you do not consent to, at least in this play. You can always change that in later plays. And soft limits, things that you might try with caution, and how you want to explore those things with caution in the moment. I implore you to go slow and allow yourself time to experience something and then process it and then change it the next time or add to it, because you can always do something more the next time. But once something's done, you can't take it away. You can't undo it. You also want to prioritize consent by creating a communication system during play. The safer everyone feels during play, the better the play is going to be because there is more safety, and when we feel safe, we can let go more and enjoy. And you really want a system to be able to easily and quickly communicate during play. Now, one way you can do this is with safe words, and it's important to choose a word that you won't get confused with other things happening in the play. So I usually caution against things like no or stop, because sometimes those words can be a part of the play and can be confusing. So create a safe word that you guys will notice and pay attention to. It can also be helpful to do a traffic light system to help communicate quickly and easily where you're at, with green meaning keep going, yellow meaning slow down, or red meaning stop immediately. Now, what's so important with these boundaries, these communication tools, is you have to honor them in the moment. If you do not honor them when somebody says a safe word or says red, that is going to create so many challenges. You really want this to be a safe experience. I know it can be hard to stop in the moment, but it is so key to respect each other's boundaries, your safe words, to really create that safety to help, again, set you guys up for success in this moment and in the future. An often overlooked aspect of BDSM play for beginners is aftercare. And this is what happens when you're done playing or when you're trying something new. What do you do afterwards? So if you are trying something new or you're taking on different roles, a variety of emotions can get activated. And this is true for beginners and seasoned people in BDSM. And so it's really important to take time to care for all partners, decompress, connect. And what this looks like is going to be different for everyone. So it's important to talk about it and experiment with what works for you. So some common aftercare ideas might be cuddling or talking about how the play went, how you felt, cleaning up together, sharing a snack, or just having quiet time. There is no right way to do aftercare. Before we end, I want to quickly address some common misconceptions about BDSM. And there are a lot of them. I could spend a whole bunch of videos talking about this, but there's a few that I really want to address in this 101 video. And the first is engaging in BDSM is not inherently a sign of past trauma or a way of reliving it. I can't tell you how often I hear this, that trauma has to be connected with BDSM, and that is just patently not true, and the research supports it. Now, while some individuals may use BDSM as a means of processing and healing from trauma, that is not universally true. Now, there are going to be people who've experienced trauma who are interested in BDSM because a whole lot of people have experienced trauma in their life. They are just a subset of the population. So, of course, there's going to be some people who are also interested in BDSM, but they are not inherently interconnected like so many people see it as. BDSM really encompasses a broad range of experiences and dynamics and makes it so diverse and such a personal exploration for so many reasons that we can't just lump everybody in the BDSM category into another category. Second, BDSM is not limited to any specific type of relationship or person or people. It can be enjoyed by individuals of all sexual orientations, genders, and backgrounds. People from all walks of life engage in BDSM for various reasons. And I promise you this is true. As a therapist who works with people from all different types of lifestyles, backgrounds, you cannot tell just by looking at somebody if they are interested and engage in BDSM. It can be used for so many reasons: pleasure, connection, healing, self-expression, and so much more that we can't just look at somebody and go, oh yeah, they're definitely somebody who's into BDSM, or say, oh, they are definitely not into BDSM. Lastly, I often hear people say that BDSM is dangerous, and I hope from this video you can tell that BDSM is such a wide umbrella term, again, that we can't just make this massive stereotype about something that has so many different facets. And just like anything, when we practice with communication, consent, and safety measures, it is not dangerous. So we, again, need to decouple that BDSM is dangerous or BDSM is this, because it is not that black and white. I hope this BDSM 101 course was helpful for you. If you are curious about BDSM, take your time, explore, and prioritize what is important to you without worrying about what it should or shouldn't be, because there is no rule about how it should be or shouldn't be. Let me know what questions you have about BDSM in the comments below, because I want to help you explore this aspect if it's something you're interested in.